Here now, Mark Eiglarsh, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. Mark, it's almost hard to believe. We were live covering that press conference today at the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the FBI spoke, the IRS came up to the microphone. And it's almost unbelievable when you see how far these parents went to get their kids, in some cases multiple children, into these elite universities. Go ahead.
It's extraordinary. And I will say it's wonderful. And what I mean by that is now these kids are going to have an education about the criminal justice system, courtesy of the U.S. government, that will far exceed anything they'd get in these Ivy League schools.
To be clear, some of the kids didn't even know about it, Mark. So you're talking about the parents here.
Clearly. Listen, these kids are going to learn about accountability as they watch their parents being stripped of their liberty and becoming convicted felons in the federal arena. We're talking about the kids who were involved. Boy, they're going to get a lesson. The other ones, they're going to get a lesson too. They're going to learn about how a mom and dad can't bend the rules to help their kids, and they're going to be held accountable for it.
We're looking at these two actresses on the screen, well-known actresses, and can you just give us some idea of what sort of charges they face and what potential jail time they could see as a result of this?
Yeah, I know a lot of people want to see them going to the pokey for lengthy periods of time. I don't see that happening. First of all, it depends upon what charges they're ultimately indicted for. What they're arrested for includes certain bribery counts and fraud counts. I think that when you have sentencing, and there's going to be sentencing, I read some of the transcripts, they're not going to go to trial. Yes, they're presumed innocent, but I read the transcript, for example, with the two actresses. It's there. It's in black and white what went on. So they're going to be pleading guilty and wind up doing everything they can to mitigate their sentence and try to get probation.
Well, here's just some of the evidence of that. In the criminal complaint, it shows some of the emails that were exchanged between Lori Loughlin, with her daughter actually on some of them, going to the man at the center of all of this. I want to ask you about him too, William Rick Singer. In this email, she writes, "Our younger daughter has not submitted all her college apps and is confused on how to do so." To which Singer replies, "I responded by directing an employee to submit the applications on behalf of Deanna Knowles' younger daughter." That, of course, is her husband of designer fame, the Massimo designer. So they weren't even filling out their own applications. This man at the center of it all was accepting these huge sums of money, filling out the applications, and basically conducting all the correspondence to get, in this case, her two children into college.
Singer's facing up to 65 years in prison. They're going to reduce that tremendously in the federal arena because he cooperated. But he still should do time. He collected millions of dollars. He's at the center of all this. He made it all happen. Without his assistance, however, we wouldn't have gotten to 50 others who were indicted. But they took spots that other kids should have gotten. Friends of mine whose kids are phenomenal at rowing, now they don't get the coveted spot because some other kid's parent paid their way. It's abhorrent.
It's disappointing and frustrating for so many who are learning the details of this criminal case tonight. Mark Eiglarsh, thank you.